Ninja kitchen appliances seem to be absolutely everywhere these days, so we thought we'd put them in front of a chef and a normal to review and test to see if they really are great or just good marketing.
People are going to love this.
Never use it. It's annoying.
Should we make the beigest meal we've ever made?
Yeah. So we're starting off with the new Ninja Crispi air fryer. Now, they claim this is the power of a full-sized air fryer now in a portable glass cooking system. The glass so you can see what you're cooking and how it's getting on as you air fry. If we remove this and remove this, you can cook different sized glasses, and from the videos I've seen, you can then take these and then store them in your fridge or freezer.
So what's the benefit versus an air fryer? I guess you would never put an air fryer drawer in your fridge.
No.
You can see how it's cooking.
Yeah.
I guess that's beneficial, kind of more like an oven.
Yeah, I mean, for a home cook, I'm desperate to see how my cooking's getting on. I spend a lot of time in front of the oven. If I had a glass toaster, that would be bliss for me because I could just watch my toast toasting. And then when it's perfect, pop it up. So we're gonna give this a test by making a fish finger and French fry wrap.
Did you decide what we're making?
Yeah, well, yeah. We're doing them all in one. Excellent. So this is the crisping plate.
It sits quite high, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I can squish it quite far down.
Yeah.
I guess that's just for circulation, right,
yeah.
chef? Then food. Now, important to say, we are almost testing these straight out the box for that initial first use experience. We're actually going to take these at the end of the video and distribute them to one of our home cooks, me included, to then go and test over the next 6 months to see how durable and how likely we are to use. Because it's not until sometimes you get into the thick of using something that you really understand whether it is that useful.
For sure.
But really, this is the most exciting bit, which is I got a new thing, I want to test it, I want to play with it, and I want to see how easy I can get the results I'm looking for after the first 1 or 2 tries. Attach pod and select mode.
So
now it is a 4-in-1.
Yeah.
It roasts, it air fries, it re-crisps, and it keeps warm.
Okay.
Press mode, select air fryer.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, let's see how we get on. Also, another thing to make super clear, this is not an ad. We are not being paid or have been gifted anything from Ninja. So something that I hear from chefs is a bit of a sigh when it comes to air fryer and the hype. As a home cook, we like them broadly because they're more energy efficient. They crisp things up because they are, I know.
Honestly, it's like one of the most genius marketing things ever because I like air fryers. I don't love the name air fryer because I think it's a kind of a bit of a misnomer because it is just a tiny oven and it's small, so it takes a really short amount of time to heat up.
It can get hot quicker and
it stays hot and it gets hot and it circulates the air really well. So you get a crisp product because it's just a really good oven.
Is this one, however, any more useful?
I don't know why you'd want a tinier one.
Yeah, like I look at that and go, that is 1 or 2 portions. If I'm batch cooking, if like ingredients, air fry, lid on, store this in the fridge or the freezer. Like these handles don't come off, so that is it.
I think that might be my issue. That is bulky.
So another USP of this is that it's portable. So it's mains powered, it's not a battery, it's not take it and cook anything anywhere. But they suggest things like, say you get an Airbnb and you want to take an air fryer, you pop it, you take it. It's smaller in terms of its surface area, so therefore it takes less of your...
Yeah, it is quite convenient to move around, I guess.
Is that just an aspirational use? Are you really going to do like? Because like, I've even seen things that say like you could take it to the office. Like are you?
Surely you're not
there might be
that.
like comment below. Are any of you doing that? So it's counting down. We're coming to the end of the 10 minutes that we set. They need a toss, and we're going to need at least another 5, aren't we?
Yeah, at least I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing a little bit of digging in terms of the temperature range. It goes from 40 degrees up to 185 degrees C.
Okay.
And I guess that's basically each function is just...
Oh, okay, so it's either 40 or X or X.
Yeah,
or
40
X.
will be the keep warm
Do you know what that's in? You said 185?
Yeah.
I've never cooked below 200 on my air fryer.
Yeah.
Should we make the beigest meal we've ever made?
Yeah. How are we doing this? We're lading and tramping this, aren't we?
Actually.
No. You genuinely thought that?
Yeah, I was ready.
You're not ready to do anything.
I was prepping myself.
Cheers. That's banging.
I've definitely heated it. It's hot. It's crispy. I'm all about air fryers. I think everyone should have an air fryer because it's just really economical and useful. Like, it's super quick, it heats up instantly, and it cooks food fast. I'm not 100% convinced that this is better than a traditional air fryer. I don't think the benefit of it being like a really small footprint is small enough, because you want capacity.
I like the glass.
I like the glass too, yeah.
I don't know how much more useful the glass is, but I like it.
It feels really nice to use. I'm not convinced it's better than a traditional air fryer.
Do you want to know how much we paid for it?
Yes.
We paid £99.99.
I'd say that's standard.
Yeah. What would you score it out of 5?
I'm going to say 3.5.
Okay.
Does everything it promises, I think. It's a well-made product. It looks nice. It feels nice to use. But I don't think it's offering anything above and beyond a traditional air fryer.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5 because it is a decent air fryer where you can see into it. It's not big enough for me, but it's not designed to be big enough for me. I need 2 drawers.
I want to cook a steak in it. I want to cook raw food in it, like wedges. I want to see things cook from raw with the glass. Like,
I'll take this one home and I'll do that over the next 6 months then. Cool. Right, number 2 is a prime example of Ninja expanding out of just tabletop kitchen appliances, because this is the Staysharp Knife Block. So it comes with an 8-inch chef knife, 8-inch bread knife, 8-inch carving knife, a 5-inch utility knife, and a 3.5-inch paring knife, plus scissors. But the USP here is the fact that the block comes with a built-in sharpener.
I'm very much in favour of anything that gets the average cook to sharpen their knives. And I think that's where people are going to love this, because for the most part, somebody will buy a knife set and then they'll probably never sharpen it and just complain that the knives get blunt but never do anything about it. Whereas this is kind of like you're building in the idea of sharpening from the get-go. So if you do that once every 3 months or something, these knives are going to be so much better than any knives you've ever bought before.
So these are made of German steel. So from a recent video, we know durable, sharp, a fantastic mid-ranger for a home cook in that they're not going to chip easily. You can kind of be quite rough with them, but as a result, you will have to sharpen them more frequently because it's a softer steel than a harder steel, like a Japanese knife, but they do stay sharper for longer.
Knowledge. Did that off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Nice. They're quite heavy. The handles are quite heavy compared to the blade. This one's a little bit better, but the others, like, this is a super heavy handle for the blade.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the other thing to say, like, these are going to be super sharp straight out of
course,
the block.
yeah. Like,
so we can't test them for sharpness, but
you can make any knife sharp out of the box, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. The fact that the bolster is curved makes for a more comfortable chopping. This sounds like a Ninja ad. This is not a Ninja ad, but these are quite good. Let's chop some stuff. We'll use the sharpening function. And we've also got a blunt knife of another brand. I'm just going to see whether it fits and whether it sharpens that as well.
I've got loads of veg for you.
And that's going to be a minger. Super sharp, which you'd expect. You can try it left-handed.
I'll try it left-handed. Shall I do a carrot as well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it feels quite nice. There's a reason people kind of like test tomato with a knife, because like you don't have to put any force through it at all.
How was that?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I'm barely touching.
Let's try the bread knife.
But that, oh wow, that's actually really good. Like sometimes these teeth are just way too deep.
Yeah, so it catches.
And it catches the bread, yeah, but this one doesn't at all.
Well, let's try sharpening. So the sharpening steps are to slide the lever to the bottom of the knife block. Insert a clean, it does say Ninja knife, until the blade comes to a hard stop. Okay, if it's a large handle, it sits at the top. If it's a small handle, it sits at the bottom. Whilst holding the knife in place, slide the lever all the way up and down 10 times.
Yeah.
6, 7. Oh, you're getting faster. Oh, something's happening.
That's it.
10 times.
I'm gonna have to go 11.
Well, we're not going to be able to really see much difference, but
No, but it feels sharp.
let's do a before and after with the blunt knife. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The question is, does it even go in? Maybe not. Is it even catching?
Oh no.
No. Have we broken it?
Maybe.
Is it stuck in?
Yeah.
This is why they say it's for ninja knives only. We had to do it so that you don't do it at home.
Don't put any other knife than Ninja in here.
Oh. Right, here we go. Can we blunt one of these?
Oh, it's
No,
beautiful.
still pretty good. Oh no. Okay, we've just spent 5 minutes trying to actively blunt one of these knives, which you should definitely not do at home. And we kind of achieved it.
So yeah, the edge is not looking great right now. What sharpening should kind of take that edge back. It's in.
Okay.
I hope it's going to work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Oh yeah, look at that.
Visually, yeah, it's looking better.
That's a million times better. So they reckon that these will stay sharp for 10 years with the recommended sharpening. How this operates is there's a ceramic wheel as opposed to a V-groove shaper. Sorry everyone for that. And therefore it engages the blade at the optimum angle.
One thing we haven't covered is that I would never buy a knife block, and I'd never recommend anyone buy a knife block.
Excellent. That is brilliant going into this.
I only suggest people buy individual knives and when they need them. Because half the time you don't need half the knives in the chef block.
They're the only knives in my knife block that I use. Got one of these, don't really even know what it's for. Never use it. It's annoying.
Yeah.
How much do you think we paid for this?
I'd guess like £100. £100?
£135.
Yeah, for 5 knives with the block. Although I say I would never recommend buying a knife set, I like the idea of introducing people to keeping your knives sharp.
Straight out the box, we're scoring it out of 5.
4.
I'll go 4 as well. There will be people out there who will find the paring knife and the slightly bigger paring knife useful. Great, last one. Okay, this is the Ninja Creami Scoop and Swirl. Enjoy much loved classics like ice cream, sorbet and mixin', or create the perfect swirl with 6 new soft serve programs. Create 4 ice cream cones for family or friends using a single tub. So we've actually reviewed the Creami.
Yep.
This recent update has now basically bolted on a soft serve
That's cool, isn't it?
mechanism, which again, this is one of those things where I've seen this advertised and gone, oh, that looks awesome. But then I think it's because the inner child of me, imagine being able to pull your own Mr. Whippy.
I've actually looked at this and considered buying it.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of cooking for people rather than cooking for myself. So like, wouldn't it be nice to be able to serve ice cream at a supper club or something?
Nice. This part is like a Pacojet, which is a chefy machine.
It is. One which I've never used.
Ah.
I've never used the Pacojet.
The chefs seem to just love it.
Yeah,
Like, they love it. But essentially, you freeze stuff in a container. It basically has it's not a blade, but it's a spinning X, which is lowered into your frozen item.
So essentially, you make a custard, you pour it in here,
you
freeze that, and then the machine deals with the frozen stuff. So nothing touches the machine until you've frozen it solid.
Yes.
Which is super cool.
So the machine comes with 2 of these. We've purchased an extra 2 so that we can play, but this is the honey soft serve gelato recipe, actually from the manual. We've made it, we've frozen it rock solid. So now it's time to test it. So lid slides on. Yeah, and then you
All right.
bring it around to the clicks.
Yeah.
So turn it on, press the power button.
Oh.
select soft serve.
It's always up to. Stop! I didn't mean to do that! I didn't mean to do that!
So just press ice cream. There you go. Okay. I'll release. You pull it out. Now it does say in the manual, if it's not super smooth, then you can go again. How does that feel?
I think it's pretty smooth. It doesn't look smooth on top, but running a finger through it, that is smooth.
Locate the dispense lid. I wonder how that. Yeah. Cheers. Oh,
that's good.
There we go.
Okay.
Then we turn that to fully open.
We'll speak to Kush about that. Absolutely appalling piece of.
Pull out the drip tray. Yeah, so then you pull that towards you.
Is it like pushing?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've never worked at an ice cream place. Hell yeah. I mean, it's smooth.
It's really smooth, but it's almost like it's
maybe not quite soft serve.
Okay. Wow.
That is ice cream.
That is ice cream.
And it is soft servy.
It's really dense. It's so much more dense than I expected. It's very nice as well. The honey's coming through really nicely. Right.
Good recipe.
Let's finish this and get a gelato made.
Get another one.
And then we'll measure that and we'll draw some conclusions. Oh, you have to press retract.
Yeah.
Oh, easy peasy. Ooh.
Looks quite different.
It does, doesn't it? Oh, James, mate.
That was pretty good for a second go, right?
That is great. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
I should have left it after one.
So much lighter.
What?
That is humongously different.
I don't understand that.
The first ice cream was so dense.
The second one was 2 minutes. It was nowhere near as loud. So you automatically think 4 minutes, really loud. It's just like destroying it.
Yeah.
Doing it super smooth. But that is a world of difference.
Okay. How much do you think we paid for this before we get to our final rankings?
350.
299. So £300.
That's pretty good.
It's a lot of money to me for the aspirational reasons I thought I wanted one.
It does one pretty niche thing. I know it's got multiple settings.
It does it really well.
I think this kind of thing might appeal to a family and then might get used a few times.
That's exactly what I ended up thinking. It's really difficult to speculate like that for a machine that did the job well.
Yeah.
But if I'm being brutally honest, I imagine this is really cool, can do this with my daughter. How cool is that? How many times do I actually end up using it? I can't actually hold my behaviour against the machine, which works.
Who actually might use it regularly are either real foodies who love the idea of making ice cream and maybe like
super
purees
food hobbyists.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else it makes apart from ice cream and gelato and stuff, but maybe it makes like super smooth purees or whatever. So really interesting in that place. Or people who want to be really healthy and have treats that I think it's got a protein setting.
Like a protein setting, it's got a light sugar setting.
I'm pretty sure I've heard people like make their own ice cream and it's like just banana and milk or whatever.
Yeah.
And it turns out really, really well because of that.
People
that
looking for
Pacojet
reduced sugars or
yeah, exactly. Like they're making an
whatever.
ice cream for themselves for their own diet. If you love ice cream and can't have it, you probably use this more than once, right?
Out of 5 though.
I think I've got to give this the highest score, so I think I'm going to say 4.5 out of 5. It does exactly what it says it does. I know we didn't make the ice cream from scratch, but it's really easy once you have the frozen product. So it's really, really good ice cream.
Yeah. You take into consideration the price. You take into consideration now knowing exactly what it does, because by looking at marketing material or photos and assuming that it's going to make your ice cream for you, as soon as you're aware that you make your own custard, you freeze it on your own, it just blends it up and then pours it. So with all that in mind, I think it's a 4.5 out of 5 if you're in the market for something that does that and can afford to pay £300 for it. If you had The dream kitchen, unlimited space, unlimited budget. Would you have any of these products in your dream kitchen?
In the dream kitchen, only this.
I agree.
Only this.
In the dream kitchen, only this, but I don't have the dream kitchen. So therefore, I'm not at this stage yet, but I do think it's good.
Yeah, I don't know if I could justify having this on my work surface or in a cupboard.
But there you go, you've heard our initial thoughts. Like we said, we're going to take these away and use them regularly over the next 6 months to give you a little bit more of a comprehensive insight. But if you enjoyed this, give us a like. We're trying to hit 15,000 likes per video consecutively.
And if you have any of these at home, let us know how you get on with them. And if you think we should review any other products, let us know what.
We're here to help and eat ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good job, isn't it?